Hello, hello, my beautiful Saggies. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Tuesday, February 24th, and we are well into the year of the Fire Horse. Hopefully you all are feeling all of that energy from that Fire Horse year coming in. I know I am. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a coffee cup and cards for the sign of Sagittarius, as you know. I don't know what's going to come out, but maybe there was a hint in the title. Please remember that this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. We are using my new Council of Horses deck, which I got for the year of the Fire Horse. I'll be using those throughout this year. I don't know if they'll be in every single reading, but lots of them. Also use the Dragon Riders deck because Sagittarius is a fire sign, and my guides wanted me to pull a card from the Magical Times Empowerment cards as well. So let's get started. Please do give the video a like, a thumbs up, a share. I am still a small channel growing, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I read every comment, and I'm overjoyed when I get comments, actually. It's one of my favorite things. All right, so let's see. Using this beautiful yellow coffee cup, let's see what we have. Let's see what Spirit has for my Saggies and me. I'm a Sagittarius, Sun, Leo rising. I always have to listen back to those because when I'm in channel mode, I'm not necessarily, a lot of times I listen back to them and I'm like, oh, wow, I don't even remember saying that. That's what happens. Okay. Okay. Here's the overview of your cup. Right away, I get the feeling of like a Japanese temple and that whole thing down in the bottom. Like how they have those different tiers that stick out. That's exactly what it looks like to me. Also could be a ship, a sailing ship, an old-timey ship. So maybe that means something to someone out there. My guides usually only point out things that are going to resonate with somebody who's watching. Sometimes the messages of late have been extremely pinpointy, like I'm thinking, oh boy, how could this resonate for more than one person? But when somebody needs a message, I am the vessel that Spirit gets that message out through. So I just have to say what they give me. All right, let's see. What do we have here for my Saggies? Okay. When I'm quiet, I'm just listening. I'm focusing on what's in the cup, listening for the messages. I see a shark here. So sometimes when we see sharks, or when I see sharks, it means there's somebody circling around, somebody who wants something that you have. Your job, your title, your position, your business, somebody, it sometimes can be jealousy. Saggies are very assertive, and we like to learn things. We're very adventurous, and I've had a few jobs where I learned a lot of stuff because I wanted to learn it. There were other people who didn't care about it, but then they would get mad when I would get to work on special projects or something like that. And I'm thinking, this was here for anybody who wanted it. Like, why are you mad at me for going for it? Anyway, some message about that there for some of you or someone out there. Okay. I see a peacock with its feathers down. So what that means is that some of you may be hiding your brightness, your lightness, your inner spark right now. And it could be related to feeling like there's people who want what you have. But that doesn't serve your soul. I know it's hard sometimes to shine bright when there are people around us who fault us for that, basically. So remember to, show your colors, right? Okay, let's see. I see a lot of travel, like all these paths and these islands. This is what the feeling that Spirit is giving me, that you may be traveling. Maybe you have a few trips planned for this year, but I definitely see travel for some of you. Island travel, maybe Hawaii, or I don't know, what are the other islands? I'm so bad at this. Bahamas, maybe, I don't know, Puerto Rico, something like that. I see travel to islands. St. Thomas is another one. Let's see. I see three figures in a circle, and they're kind of going in a circle. So that reminds me of something that you're doing over and over and over again. It could just be you. They're showing me a circle of same thing, same result. So some of you may want to think about changing something up. Let's see. I see a seahorse. Seahorses are very unique creatures because the males are the ones who give birth, which I find that odd. Like, why would there be one species in the entire world where the male gives birth? I don't know. I haven't really researched it. I just think that's, well, so Spirit is saying, yeah, that's their uniqueness, so it's another message about being uniquely who you are. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, let's see. So I see that here is like a scene of falling. They're giving me the words falling down the rabbit hole. So the message there, sometimes we hear something and then we spend like days looking it up, oh my gosh, what is this? What does this mean? And sometimes it's okay. It's not to get, but don't get obsessed with it. So you may hear something that causes you to really want to know everything about that, that news piece, or that, I don't know, could be anything, that product, but they're cautioning, don't go down the rabbit hole, too far, I guess is what the message would be. It's okay to research things and look them up, but it's not okay to get completely obsessed so that it takes over your life and influences everything you do. So what is an example, Spirit? It's like there are so many teachers and mentors online, and I feel like this when it comes to vitamins, right? I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast because I just think that he has one of the most honest, he lets people say whatever they want. So and people will come on and they will be recommending this vitamin or this protein shake or this or that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, if you were to take every single thing that everybody was recommending, you'd spend your entire day setting up pills and tinctures and, and all that. So that's, I guess, one good example of not going down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, I've got to do this and this and this and this. I mean, there are some things that are kind of what I would think of anyway in my life as essential, like vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, things like that but there are so many health gurus, out there. Just, I guess, be careful about that. I don't even remember what prompted me to say that. Isn't that funny? Sometimes that's exactly what channel mode is like. I see a bunch of birds, but different birds. There's like a hawk, like a bird of prey, and then there's some little bird, like songbirds. And so I don't know if birds are important to you or if you've seen birds lately. Birds could be, maybe you have a pet bird, but definitely different kinds of birds. Birds are messengers, okay? So be on the lookout, especially if you see a cardinal. Or if there was a particular bird that was special to someone, special to you, that's crossed over. I mean, special to them. Somebody that's crossed over, there was a special bird that reminded you of them. So be on the lookout for that. Jeepers creepers, that was a mouthful. I see a person like dancing with like a cane, like an old timey. Oh my gosh, I've used this example before and they're giving it to me again. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember that there was a cartoon where this man had a frog who would have a suit and a cane and a top hat, and he would dance, and the man would go to show people, oh, look at my dancing frog, and the frog would just sit there and go ribbit, ribbit. So that is another example of hiding your talents, like the peacock hiding their feathers. So another example of hiding your talents with that. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let me see if anything else jumps out of the bottom. I already saw some sort of Japanese temple. I don't know what that would mean. Japanese people are very disciplined. They're very dedicated. When they want to learn something, they're all in, right? So if there's something that you want to learn or do or accomplish, that could be a hint just saying, yeah, take on the work ethics of the Japanese. Now, I'm not putting all Japanese people into a box, okay? Just saying that's the impression, the feeling that Spirit is giving me. Okay, what is this? And, the feeling of the ship, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see it. It's almost like a Viking. It has that what is that thing called on the, it's not, is it a masthead? I don't know. There's something on the bow that's a carving. Oh my gosh, I know what it is. I can't think of it. Like your ship is coming in, but don't miss it. Okay. So if you have a big idea or an opportunity to collaborate with someone, that could be what that is all about, right? Your ship has come in or your ship is coming in, right? All right, Spirit, what do you have for... Oh, this has got a lot of water in it. I don't know what it is. These readings this time have been so watery. All right, that looks like a big... like a fan, like fanning out, branching out, reaching out, which kind of goes along with what we were saying about the ship coming in. What Spirit is saying is maybe you need to consider some other ways of doing things, right? Maybe consider if you've tried to launch something in one way, maybe you should try another way. If there's somebody that you can work with that can help you, maybe consider that. I don't know why they're just saying, think about doing it differently. Branching out, reaching out. That could be in your friend pool, maybe, or if you're single and you're looking for love, maybe you need to do it differently. Go to different places, right? It's possible that somebody may want to set you up with somebody that they know. And listen, sometimes I hear young people, it feels to me like sometimes young people think that if you go on a date with somebody that suddenly that's your boyfriend or girlfriend. Like nobody wants to date because they don't, but dating is just getting to know someone, right? It's not committing. I don't know why. Somebody needed to hear that. I don't know who. All right, let me see here. Branching out, fanning out, reaching out. Watery, watery. Okay, let's see. Going from, so this is one way, right? Fanning out, reaching out. This is another way. Leaving your negativity behind and going into the brightness, right? Going into the lighter. So here feels burdensome, right? With all these things that you have to do. And here feels like, oh, there was another sign that got a similar message to this. I've kind of delegated and I've let go of some things. So now I have more freedom. have more freedom. And that could be the doing things differently message, right? Giving yourself more freedom. This looks like a big star. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it looks like a star kind of bursting out of the darkness. That's pretty cool. Just looking to see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I just feel like, yeah, doing things differently, paying attention to the opportunities, reaching out, branching out, maybe accepting some new, it doesn't have to be a date. I mean, it can be somebody who has an idea that they want to work with you on some sort of thing. Saggies. Yeah. Okay. Oh, jeepers. 15 minutes already. Okay, so first we're going to go to the Council of Horses. And I've only been using this deck for, I don't know what, maybe a week now. And look at this unique horse here. Longma, leading with integrity. Look. It has like a deer's antlers and maybe like a lion's tail possibly. Very different and unique looking horse, right? The head even looks like a deer more than a horse. So let's see what this message is. Uniqueness is coming through for sure. Leading with integrity, power for good, social consciousness and advocacy. Know yourself while honoring others. Yeah, not leaving yourself, honoring others on their path, but also remaining in your own uniqueness, right, Saggies? The contemplations. Are you being called to advocate for someone or something? What, if anything, has stopped you from speaking up for what is right and good? How do you make decisions when the outcome may be good for you but not for someone else? Or when the outcome may be good for someone else but not for you? Is there a way the outcome can be good for all? Considering today's cultural and political climate, which people in power do you think Longma would appear to? Think about leaders you admire or have admired. What qualities do they possess that you would like to integrate? Well, I don't want to say on this channel anything political, but there were a couple of way past presidents who were very honest, and they paid for their honesty by being made fun of. And they're still a couple of my favorites. The invitation. Use your power in benevolent ways. You are very powerful, Saggy. And yeah, using that power in benevolent ways, looking at, so using your integrity, sometimes it's gonna be in your best interest, and sometimes it will be, or sometimes the outcome will be better for someone else than you, and vice versa. But as long as it's truth and integrity that you're sticking to, there's nothing, you can't go wrong with truth and integrity, honesty, right? So from the Dragon Riders Oracle, Landa and Clarita. This is number 20, which is a 2, which is balance and choice. And some of you know that I have a dragon guide who is an albino dragon. So I love it when cards come out with a white dragon. I feel very connected to that. Life on Earth is a heroic journey. Mastering the visible and the earthly is as important as mastering the invisible and the mystic. Yeah. As humans here on Earth, we are constantly walking a tightrope of the physical and the metaphysical, especially me in what I do, right? With hypnosis and healing and tarot and all of this. I'm constantly walking that tightrope. When I meditate or when I get a healing from someone else, like it happened last week, I don't want to get out of that state. I want to stay there and feel all of that healing power and tingling and all of the things that I feel when somebody is healing me. But I have to live my life here, right? I can't get lost in that. Then we have Ceres and Bond. This is number 1. New journey, new start, new opportunity. Abundance, variety, and happiness are making their way into your life. The time of harvest has arrived. Yes, Aggies, the year of the fire horse is picking up speed, right? Okay, we're going to now go to the tarot, and I'll do the magical times empowerment card at the end. Lots of blue and gold in these cards, right? Blue and gold. I'm using the Forest Tarot. I love the emerald green edges, and these cards are beautiful. I like the twinkling lights that are in all of these cards here. I hope you're enjoying this reading as much as I'm enjoying doing it for you. There are 8 signs. I pared down to 8 signs that I typically do, but I've always said that if somebody wants a reading for their sign, just let me know and I'll do it. So somebody left me a message the other day asking me to do Taurus, so I did. I want to make my subscribers happy. Okay, let me see that. And then this. Okay, I can't really see this deck is a little bit darker, so I can't see what's coming out. Sometimes I call them out as they come out, but I can't really see these when they're down there. So we will find out the message together. February is almost over. My husband and I are going up to Rangeley, Maine. That's northern Maine. It's about 3 hours away from where we live. On Saturday, we're leaving early in the morning on Saturday, going up to meet my cousin and her boyfriend. They have snowmobiles, so my husband and Kevin are going to go snowmobiling while my cousin Carrie and I just hang back and enjoy the day while they're gone. Sitting in the cabin, talking, catching up. Maybe I'll do a couple readings. I don't know. It's just going to be nice to get away, because that's the only time that I don't, when I go away, I don't have to think about, oh, what do I need to cook? What do I need to clean? Do I have laundry to do? What, So it's always something. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's 2. So there's an extra. All right. Let me take these in the order in which they came out. You got a bonus card, which is what? Justice. Okay, we'll look at those at the end. All right, so the first card out is the Page of Cups. Pages are messengers, novices. They are new at something. They're not super experienced. This looks like a young man. Cups are love, nurturing, water signs. So this could be new love, young love, or something emotionally new, right? It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can just be something that's emotionally new to you, Saggies. Then you have Judgment. What are you being called to do? These cards are very different, I know. So there's someone talking, asking people to do something. Yeah, when you're being called to act. So in other tarot decks, it's Gabriel blowing the horn and people waking up. What are you being called to do? Right? This is also a 20, which is a 2, which is a choice card. All right, and then we have the 7 of Wands. This is defending your position. So you see, or somebody else's. It said, one of those said about being an advocate for somebody else, right? I would think it was the horse one. So defending, 7s are reflection, Wands are action and passion. 7 of Wands, a lot of times, is the defense position. It doesn't look like that too much in this deck, but yeah, you could be defending your choices, defending your partner. You could be defending someone else to others, right? If you see some wrong being done to someone, you may come up and say, hey, stop it. Don't do that. The Empress. This is 3. This is creation and collaboration. This is Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Gaia. This is the birther of all things, right? She can create anything, and so can you, right? It seems like there's a lot of messages about some new things, some new opportunities, something coming out like that for you. Then you have the 5 of Wands. Wands are very fast moving. Action, passion. These guys are practicing, right? They're not hurting each other. They're practicing their craft. So there could be something that you want to get to a higher position in. It could be your own business or something at work, and you may just need to practice a little bit more. That's what I'm hearing. A little bit more practice and you'll be ready. Four of Pentacles and is what you keep and what you give. Fours are stability or stagnation. So you see how he's holding that pentacle in his hands. Looks almost like he's looking at it like a crystal ball. He's got one by each foot and one over his head. So he's deciding how he's going to use his money, his time, his energy. Don't deplete yourself. Like this right here could be his energy, and maybe he's going to give with those other three. Yeah, that's a really cool card. Yeah. Hi, Frankie. Comes the kitty. Don't step on the keyboard. The kitty is... Say hi, Frankie. Say hi, everybody. Here I am in my 7-month-old glory. Very curious. Yeah. Okay. You can't get on me right now, honey. No, no. Okay. Let me finish this reading. Sorry, guys. There's your pillow. Lay on your pillow. Nope, he doesn't want to. All right. So you have to be careful not to deplete yourself when you are helping others or giving to others. Don't deplete your energy, your time, or your bank account when it comes to that. Okay? All right. The bonus card was Justice. This is balance. This can be Libra. So if you have prominent Libra placements in your chart, this is just saying, hey, listen up. This is you. Now, she does have a scale in her hand, right? So this is also the 11 card. That is a master number. So I really feel like you guys are going to achieve some balance. Now, didn't we have the balance, like going from the negative to the positive we had? I'm trying to remember if we had anything else about balance. I don't remember right now, but let's recap for the tarot. Page of Cups, something new in love or emotion. Judgment, being called to action, making a choice, right? And then we had the 7 of Cups, defending your choice probably, possibly. Maybe defending another, okay? And then you had the Empress. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. The birther of new things, new ideas, new relationships, new whatever. And then the 5 of Wands, 5s being change, Wands being practicing your craft. The 4 of Pentacles, knowing what to keep and what to give, how much time, how much effort, how much energy, how much money. And then Justice, getting things into balance, right? So the last oracle card that you have is Confidence. Be bold, rise up, and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. And that's a phoenix, right? Now, you're the fire horse. This, you should be feeling this. But remember how you had that peacock in the cup? And I said the peacock's tail was down, like you weren't showing your full colors, your full power, your full light. Now is the time to do that. So also remembering leading with integrity, right? Honesty, integrity, truth. And then your number 20. This is, so you had 20 here. So this is a 2. Judgment is a 20. That's a 2. And then what was the other one? 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. I felt like you had another 2, but I don't know where it is. Life on earth is a heroic journey, mastering, right? So balancing the physical and the metaphysical, and then abundance is coming to you, right? And that's what I felt when I was looking at that ship, right? Your ship is coming in. Abundance is coming through. Have the confidence and the fire, my beautiful Saggies. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Go out and make your dreams come true. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.